Hey HomeCon athletes, hope you guys are doing well. Coach Jules here. I'll give you guys a quick discussion what to expect for the next training cycle, which starts on Monday. So the next training cycle will be 4 weeks long and expect to have a lot of fun within those 4 weeks, okay? So let's talk about some objectives first and what we want to achieve. So I like to break it down always with our strength objectives and our conditioning objectives. So for the strength side, we want to focus on improving our ability to squat, improving our ability to do any form of hinging movement as well. So we'll talk more about that later. So those are 2 objectives already. Third objective for the strength side is going to be to promote structural balance and really think about keeping the joints nice and healthy and improving the joint integrity as well, so we stay injury free. So those are going to be the main points for the strength. Now we move on towards the conditioning side. For the conditioning side, we want to think about or really build increased capacity for moderate, short, and long duration workouts. In addition to that, I want you guys to learn as well the ability to pace and really think about your ability as an athlete and what type of pace you should exert for a certain type of workout. So you will kind of learn that as we go. Now we laid out the objectives. Now how are we going to achieve them? Now we always like to have some sort of squatting progression or some pulling off the floor, hinging progression there, which we'll continue to do because these are the fundamentals and foundations of building your strength. But again, what varies will be the way we progress there. So the past few months we've been doing a load or volume progression, and we'll continue to do the same. Now, the ways we're going to progress there is we're going to give you guys options depending on your accessibility or what you have access to. So we have the limited equipment option, and then under the limited equipment option, you will have the volume or the load path. So just choose whichever is most appropriate for your situation. We also have the full equipment option where this is going to be for more advanced and intermediate athletes, where you're going to be provided proper prescriptions for lifting percentages. So for the advanced athletes, and if you have full equipment, you can use that as well. For beginner intermediate athletes, I suggest we stick to the limited equipment option, load or volume. Okay, for the third strength objective, it's all about developing balance within their body, structural balance. So making sure that the muscles on the left side, right side, front and back are wholly properly developed. Because again, we do not want to have like a dominant side, because once you have a dominant side, you may develop some compensation movement patterns, which may lead to injury. So we're going to fix this using a lot of unilateral work, so one-sided work, just to kind of even things out and make sure we're moving correctly as well. Because sometimes, let's say, a press on the right arm may be very different than the press on the left. So we want to make sure we try to create some equality there for that lift. By doing that, we also minimize or mitigate the risk of injury, which is a really good plus for our training overall. Now on the conditioning side, what you're going to see is a lot of various formats here. So we want to expose you guys to all those time domains, long workouts, moderate time duration workouts, longer workouts. So you'll see proper selection there in terms of formatting and proper exposure to you guys as an athlete. So you just don't want to be the type of athlete who's good at like shorter workouts or the opposite way around. We want to think about creating balance in that whole spectrum of activities per se. Now, how is the structure of the week going to look like in terms of like the flow of training? For Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, this is going to be our Zoom class days. This is going to be more of like a conditioning focus here. So you're going to see that variety we spoke about with regards to like being short, moderate, or long duration conditioning pieces. You'll see that there. So we're going to focus more of the session on the conditioning side and maybe cap it off with some accessory work. Now, for strength dominant days, it's going to be Tuesday, Friday. So this is where we're going to see the primary lifts here, which is going to be the front squat and the deadlift. And then for Thursday, instead of putting like an active rest day option here, I'll just put a low to moderate intensity conditioning workout with some core work or some accessory. And then I can also give you guys an option if you have like access to a run cardio machine. I'll give you an option to do some sort of interval training just to develop your aerobic capacity there. That is going to be what we're going to drive towards for this next training cycle. Those are the focal points. So I hope you guys enjoy. And then if you have any questions on like how to use the progression properly or what weights to use, you can always ask us coaches. You can shoot us a message and then we'll be super glad to help you. Or if you have any questions about training or whatever fitness related or health related, you can always shoot us a message there. So hope you guys enjoy this next training phase, and please do input your scores so that we, us coaches, can be guided accordingly. We can monitor your progress. We can give some constructive feedback as well. So thank you guys.